But he like, you all think
Fuck you looking at?
You, nigga.
Do you know who I am?
Nigga, you know who I am?
Mm-hmm. You back with the Ramo Red Track. Y'all ready to do this? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to drop it on you tonight. We laying a brother to rest. A good brother that got caught up on these YouTube streets. It's a sad day. But I've been saying this all along. I've been seeing this whole thing coming down the pipe for 3 years. Everybody trying to take a shortcut. Thinking they can ride KWAME Brown all the way to the promised land. Nope. It won't work. Just like it won't work anywhere else in life. You can't take shortcuts. And if you do, you might win a race or two. Let that sit in. You might win a race or two. But in the long run, you're gonna lose. See, you gotta know how to play this game out here. You can't let any one person dictate your views, your subscribers, anything. You have to have a foundation besides that one person or 10 celebrities you've decided to talk about. You can't sit on YouTube and talk about people that have 2,000 and 3,000 subscribers and expect to have any real success, long-term longevity on YouTube. The people out here that are clout chasing and that have been doing it for a while already have that spot. In order for you to get there, you'd be here for years. And by that time, we'll be laying you to rest too. When you look at my page and you'll see my foundation. Go to my lives. Go to my lives. I don't talk on my lives. I only talk on my videos. But my lives have a wealth of information on them. My foundation is built on wisdom and raising people's frequency. See, I do both. I can do the silly all day long with you, but my page has a purpose. You see what I'm saying? I actually help people with my page. I help people perform better in bed, which helps relationships all over the world. You feel me? You can't take shortcuts. Y'all niggas out here playing. You know, you playing house. That ain't gonna work. And you know what? There are a lot of people who have done very well clout chasing. I'll admit it. And there's a place for that. You see what I mean? Like, I'm somewhat connected in the logarithm with KWAME Brown. I was in there really good about 6 months ago, but I stopped roasting him. Because I was like, man, yeah, I'm getting a lot more views, but I don't really want to be, that's not something I can really be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to walk around telling people I have 50 million subscribers and then they ask me what my page is about and it's about some NBA star. No. That's one part of my page. You know what I'm saying? I produce music. I got over 200 songs up on my page. You see what I mean? All those views that I generate off of this bullshit puts eyes on my songs. So much so that I'm going to be working with a producer in Africa this summer. Really good. He's really good. And if you've ever heard some of my music, my recent stuff, a lot of my older stuff, I wrote that. But like my last, probably 8 months or so, I've been just kind of just letting this guy do his thing with the music, and I do the lyrics, whether it be rap or singing. And that's kind of what I'm about as far as like YouTube goes. Using maybe a celebrity, and I only deal with two, KWAME Brown and Gilbert Arenas, to generate traffic onto my page so that my music gets noticed. You see what I'm saying? This isn't, I'm gonna do a video about KWAME Brown so I can get 1 million views off of KWAME Brown and then, no, I want those 1 million people to come listen to my songs. You see what I'm saying? That's what, you gotta have some kind of purpose to your page. If your whole page is full of gossip, man, that shit ain't gonna last. You might think it is, and you can brag about that bullshit all you want. Like Mr. Skinny shit is full of shit. His whole page is full of shit. Straight up. I'm not trying to be funny right now. His whole page is full of bullshit. Like, I go back and look at some of my videos sometimes. Like, I go on my live videos. Man, that shit is good. You know, like when I listen, especially when I listen to my wisdom videos and stuff like that. That shit's good, man. I be like, I have grown leaps and bounds since I've started doing my YouTube page. And, you know, I've had my page for 9 years. I just really started trying to get subscribers this year. You know what I mean? So, you gotta play both sides. And never sacrifice your integrity like that. I don't care if it is just YouTube. Just don't ever do that. Because it never works out. Even if it's on some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's just like if you fucking with a girl, right? You know she ain't about shit, right? This bitch might be below your level, right? Don't get into a situation where this bitch now, you done fucked around with this bitch so long that you have to respect her now. You see what I'm saying? Because if you're a decent human being, you would have to. Nah. Don't tie yourself up with some bullshit. Because then you got to stick with the bullshit. And I'm not going to name any names because I'm cool with some of the people that, you know, roast Kwame and stuff like that. But it's dumb. That's just like with Gilbert Arenas, right? That nigga's not going to get on there and talk about no fucking ears for 56 hours. You see, I think I made 2 videos on that ears bullshit. Maybe at the most I spent like 40 minutes on both. Each one was less than 20 minutes, I think. And that's it. I'm not gonna connect myself with ears to the streets. Fuck that. I got me about 50 views off of that shit and kept on moving. You see what I mean? Nah, man. Nah. You gotta be smarter than that. And now, ears, he thought he was gonna blow up off of that shit. Yeah, you blow up off of it, alright. That nigga blew his damn self up off of it. He damn sure did. Cause you gonna see somebody that knows about that whole thing, and even if they don't say anything to you, man, you don't want to be in a position where you might think people might, you know what I'm saying? You don't even want to, life's hard enough. Life's hard enough, man. If you're going to do this YouTube thing and it starts getting halfway real, then be real. You know what I'm saying? If it starts getting halfway real, then you got to be real. You see what I'm saying? You got to. You know, like, a lot of people know Ramo Red Track besides fucking YouTube. You know what I mean? Like, And that's not even my real name. So a lot of people know me, and they know I'm Ramo Red Track. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I have to keep it real. And anybody I know, if they saw some of my videos, they could listen to those videos and they would be like, oh, okay. Yeah, he's just being silly right there. He's just fucking around on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't lose my integrity. I won't lose my integrity over anything. You see what I mean? I mean, you got a gun to my head, of course. I'm going to try and live. Or you got a gun to somebody that I care about. But besides that, why am I going to lose? Why throw away my integrity? Here's to the Streets was doing just fine without all of that drama. He was doing just fine. His page was growing. Kwame wasn't fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I just made this video because I'm like, I told you so. That's the feeling that I have every time I see that nigga on YouTube. And it's a few others that's gonna fall too. You know what I'm saying? Like acting like this shit's all fucking serious to them and shit, coming on cursing like a fucking banshee and shit. Come on, man. That shit's not that serious. Like, I mean, like, I had reason to be mad at Kwame when I first started roasting him. But you can see, over the last maybe 3 or 4 months, I'm not that fucking mad. Like, what the fuck? I was mad because I thought that nigga was bullshitting. I thought he was going to do something for black people. But once I realized, okay, that's not his mission, I can't continue being mad at him for that. I'll be a fucking psychopath. You see what I mean? And it doesn't matter if I'm not roasting Kwame. I got other shit I can do. I'm a content creator. I create my own shit. I don't need nobody else. I can make my shit interesting all by my motherfucking self. You see what I'm saying? I just don't. And like when people decide that things or money are more important than their integrity, then you run into that situation, or should I say embarrassing situation, that Ears is in now. That's fucking embarrassing, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to Nah. And the one thing about like Gil, he doesn't really, Gilbert Arenas, for the people that don't know, is in this thing with Kwame Brown. He doesn't really have much leverage anymore. And Kwame still hasn't picked that out yet. He still hasn't picked up on why Gilbert Arenas can't crush him anymore. You see what I mean? It's because he admitted that Kwame really didn't get punked out in the locker room. He didn't. Michael Jordan really was fucking with him. You see what I mean? And so when you get to the point where you start dealing with these guys who are celebrities or ex-professional players, you gotta, if you have never been, see, I played professional tennis. Now, at the time I was playing, they didn't push money, and they still don't. They didn't push the money into tennis like they do with basketball. You just competing against motherfuckers in the United States. My ranking was all over the world. But they weren't pushing a motherfucker ranked 350 in the world. They wouldn't get, you don't get any money for that, really. You may get a couple $1,000s. I think I got to, this is the first time I qualified for a professional tournament. That was like 17 or 18. I couldn't take the money because I was going to college. Now, if they was giving big time money like that, like they do now, especially like to basketball players, shit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have gone to college. You know what I mean? So you fuck around and you play a tennis tournament. When I got out of college, I went on the tour when I was 29. Yeah, I started on the tour when I was 29. So You talk about winning a tournament with 256 people in it. In 2 weeks, they give you 2 weeks. Okay, this ain't the big time. This is when you're going out there into the, trying to get to playing in Wimbledon or the U.S. Open or whatever, right? I got a chance to play at the U.S. Open when I was young because I was pretty much the top black junior in the nation. But when you get out on that tour, you got 256 people trying to win a tournament, and the winner gets $10,000. You see what I mean? Like, by the time you finish that shit, it feels like you was in a fucking car wreck, straight up, and you get $10,000. You see what I mean? So, I look at them and I respect, that they made it that far though. You know what I'm saying? But that respect goes just that far. Because I don't really see them on any higher level than I am. And if you've never played at a high level or done anything at a high level, you don't know what to think about people that have done it. You see what I mean? That's just like with singing. I used to do rap a lot. And it was always because I didn't feel like I could sing. About a year ago, I said, you know what, let me just see what happens. And I started practicing. And then I was like, you know what, let me just see if I, pull up some instructional videos on how to sing, if it would make a difference, right? I started doing that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? I can fucking sing. You see what I mean? Most people never even try to be a professional at anything. When COVID hit, I stopped coaching tennis. I became a day trader. I didn't know I could become a day trader. It took me 4 years to get this shit. It's one of the hardest things I ever did. But I'm a professional day trader now. You feel me? And that's how you play the game of life, man. Just fucking go after it, because what else is there to do? Have regret later, knowing that you could have done better? Not me. Not me. And I'm not saying I've succeeded at everything. I've failed at a lot of things until I succeeded. Straight up. Straight up. So don't let nobody give you nothing, man. Especially out here on these YouTube streets. You know what I'm saying? Of course you're going to need some help sometimes. I need help sometimes. But, man, I limit that shit, bro. Very few people on this planet can say that they help me.
Too good for my money?
So,
Cause you such a bitch ass punk, you worried about where my money come from.
feel me on that?
Ain't no thing, shorty. We cool.
That's how you get your respect. That's how you win in life. And it's not about money. It's about your soul being at peace, man. You think Ear's soul is at peace? It's not at peace now. See, that right there is worth $3 billion. I was a rich man once. At an early age, when I was 27, I married a millionaire. Yeah, I was coaching tennis and I married one of my clients. I was rich for 3 years, didn't work, playing tennis. Traveling all over the place, doing whatever the hell I wanted to. Literally bought whatever the fuck I wanted to for 3 years. And once I realized that there wasn't anything else that I wanted, that was the moment that I wanted to leave that relationship. because I'm not the type of person that can sit around and be content. I like growth. I want to do as much as I fucking can on this earth while I'm here. And I want to do that shit all the time. You see what I mean? I'm just one of those people. And I wasn't always that way. But like I said, I put a lot of information into my head over the years that made me a go-getter. It made me a winner. It made me the type of person that isn't afraid to fail. It made me the type of person that isn't afraid to be me. And if people don't like me, I'm okay with it. And I also will take in that input as well and see if I can even better myself. I've gotten input that hasn't been positive while I've been on YouTube. But I look at it, I say, is it bullshit, or is this something that maybe I do need to change? You see what I mean? And that's how you grow as a person. You know, that's how you win on these YouTube streets. So, I just wanted to drop that on y'all. Hey, you know what?
But he's surrounded.
I'm Ramo Red Trap.
8, 9 motherfuckers up there and they all
baddest
got
man
knives.
on YouTube.
But he like, you all think you can
looking at?
You, nigga.
Do you know who I am?
Nigga, you know who I am?